Hello friends, in this exercise we will learn about naming concept in Excel. This is a very important exercise because in place of a data range you can use a name like this is your database, and if you want to use a name in place of this, you just select this database, click in this name box. The label is showing that this is the name box in the Excel. So click here and write the name database 1. Suppose this is the name of your database, and press enter key after writing this name. This will make your Excel accept this name. You can cross check if this name has been registered with Excel or not. So you click in the formula menu and then go to name manager icon. You will see this database 1 name has been created here. I'm closing this dialog box now. I will create 4 more names for using them in D functions. So here you can see we will calculate D sum, D average and D count, and for that we are going to use 4 more names. So this range will be crit1. So I am naming it as crit1, pressing enter key so that Excel accepts it. Again selecting this range and writing crit2 in the name box, pressing enter key so that Excel again accepts it. This range will be crit3, press enter key, and this one will be crit4, press enter key. So all these names have been registered in Excel in the name manager: crit1, crit2, crit3, crit4 and database 1. These are the 5 names you have created. Now we are going to use these names in the function. So we will calculate D sum here equal to D sum, open the bracket, and then you require to input database here. So write database, the name is database 1. So that label is appearing here. Double click it to select, put a comma, then you have to select the field. You can select this basic or you can name this cell like something here, okay, or you can select, or you can write H1 in place of that also. And then criteria, in place of criteria you will use criteria 1. So write here crit1, crit1. Look, all these criteria are appearing, the names that you have created. You are going to use criteria 1 at this place. So click crit1, double click it to accept. Now close the bracket and press enter key. The result is ready. Similarly, you can calculate average as well, equal to D average. Open the bracket, then database 1, double click it, put a comma, write H1 in place of basic, put a comma, and then crit. It will be based on criteria 2. So we will select this criteria 2 and will close the bracket and hit enter key. The result is ready. Now we will calculate D counter. So we will write D counter out here. Open the bracket. D counter. Open the bracket. Then database will be the same. Database 1, comma. In place of H1 we will take this implied code field, because this is a numbered field and D counter is capable of taking care of alphanumeric characteristics. So we are using employee code at that place. Here the contents are numbers as well as alphanumeric characteristics. So both will be taken care of in this case. So C1, comma, we are using criteria 4. So select criteria 4 here, and close the bracket, press enter key, and you see 16 rows have been selected. There are 16 records, that is, meeting this criteria. The person either has to belong to SMTI or basic is more than 50,000. So meeting these two criteria, there are 16 records found in the database. So that's it. So you can use names in place of selecting the data range. That makes your calculations work very convenient in Excel. So it is very nice feature of Excel. You must know it. One more thing I would like to add here, that you can create names by selection also. Suppose you want to name this range as something, but when you create it by selection, suppose I have selected this database and I want to create names using this selection. So we will go to this option, create from selection. This dialog box will appear. I am unchecking this option because this is not relevant in my case. I will use top row only to create the names. So I have kept this top row selected, and I am clicking OK button. Now the names have been created. If you select this range, you will see basic is appearing. That means this range has been named as basic. Similarly, if you select this range, it is, database, date of birth, DOB. Similarly, if you select this range, this will be department. So headers have been chosen for naming the respective column range. That's it. So naming can also be created by selection. And how it is convenient to your work, that we can use here. We can use equal to sum. So in place of selecting the entire range, now you can use basic as the name. So basic, either you write basic or you can select label here as you have done in the earlier case. So you just select it. You select it or write basic simply. So here is the result. The result is ready. I am calculating average also for you. So equal to average. Now basic, type basic. That is the name of your range. Press enter key. Your average is ready. So your calculations are also becoming convenient by naming. Right? So that's it in this exercise. Hope you learned very well. Thank you very much and happy learning. And they are count if and sum if. So let's understand how to use count if and sum if. Count if means counting based on certain conditions, and that condition will be defined in the function itself. Sum if similarly means summing based on certain conditions. So there are a few questions here that you will have to do. I will teach you few of them. Like question number 1 says, how many people have their birthday before 31st of December 1960? So from the data, you will have to select them whose date of birth is before this given date, and you have to get the count. So there is a hint here. Use COUNTIF function. For all the questions you have been suggested what functions need to be used. So let's try this function out here. So we will write equal to count if, and will open the bracket. It is telling you to select the range. So the range will obviously be the database range. This one. So select from here to here. If you will create the name, you can use that name. But since we have not created the name, so we will use this range. Put a comma. Then within the double quotes, you will have to write less than and write the date. 31st 10. You can also use slash instead. 10 1960. Close the double quotes and close the bracket. So this page selects those birthdays which is falling before this date. Press enter key and it will give you the required count. So it is 12. So count if this range, select this range, look at this range, how many dates are there before 31st of I have mistaken in the date, that is why it is different from this result. So instead of 10, we will have to write here 12 and look at this data, this result. This is matching with your given result. So count is 14. Count is 14. Right? Similarly, let's take the second question in which you are being asked how many people belong to department SNTI. So for that, you will have to use count if once again. So write equal to count if, open the bracket and select department range this time. Put a comma and within the double quotes write SNTI. You can write in a small or capital, doesn't matter. The result will be the same. Close the bracket and press enter key. So the result is there are 7 people belonging to SNTI. You can cross check the result going to the database if your answer is correct or not. Alright. Here let's try this one. So what is this? How many managers are there in SNTI department? So there will be 2 criteria. The count if takes only one criteria. So count if function is count if function will not work here. So you will have to use count if function. So let's try this one. Equal to count if. Open the bracket. Now see the syntax, criteria range followed by the criteria. So we will take the first criteria range followed by the first criteria and then second criteria range followed by the second criteria. This will be the sequence of writing the range and criteria. So what is the first range? We have to take department and then position. So select department first, put a comma and then write SNTI as the criteria within double quotes. Okay. Within double quotes write SNTI, then again put a comma, then select the second criteria range followed by the criteria. Therefore you will have to write within double quotes manager. Don't make a mistake in the spelling, otherwise your result will not be proper. So you have to be careful while you are writing the spelling. So press enter key to get the result. It is 2 in this case. And here, how many employees don't have their last name? So there is a function called count blank. This will give you. Let's use it. Equal to count blank. So this time which range we will take? Obviously the last name range, because we have to see how many people are there who don't have their last names. So this last name range is selected, put a comma and then there is no criteria in this. it will obviously count how many fields are, how many rows are blank. So simply give this range and press enter key. There are 3 people who don't have their range 1, 2 and 3. So there are 3 people who don't have their last range. So count blank is a function that gives you this result. Let's try sum it now. Find the sum of the basics of all the employees from HRM department. Now how to do this? Equal to sum it. Then see the syntax, range, that means criteria range, followed by the criteria and then the sum range. So what is the criteria here? Criteria is department. We will select the department range, and then as a criteria we will use the name HRM within the double quotes, followed by the range of basic that we have to sum up. Alright. So let's go to select the department range. Here is the department range. Put a comma, and then within the double quotes write HRM and put a comma, and then select the basic range. This is the sum range. So all the 3 ranges, 3 things have been selected. Close the bracket and hit enter key to get the result. Here is your result. So if you take the sum of HRM department, these are the basics. I am cross-checking it and copying this data at some other place and trying to find out the sum of this. Then see the syntax, range, that means criteria range, followed by the criteria and then the sum range. So what is the criteria here? Criteria is department. We will select the department range, and then as a criteria we will use the name HRM within the double quotes, followed by the range of basic that we have to sum up. Alright. So let's go to select the department range. Here is the department range. Put a comma, and then within the double quotes write HRM and put a comma, and then select the basic range. This is the sum range. So all the 3 ranges, 3 things have been selected. Close the bracket and hit enter key to get the result. Here is your result. So if you take the sum of HRM department, these are the basics. I am cross-checking it and copying this data at some other place and trying to find out the sum of this. Look, it is 1,94,800. So here also you have got 1,94,800. They are same. So you have verified the data, verified the result. Similarly, you can calculate sum if, like here, find the sum of the basics of officers from ITS department. So sum if is able to accommodate multiple conditions. So you will write here equal to sum if, open the bracket. This is the sum range. So in the beginning itself you have to give the sum range. So we will select basic as the range, which is the sum range in this case. Put a comma, then followed by criteria range. So here in this case, officers of ITS department have to be selected. So we will go for department as the first range. Put a comma, and then write ITS within double quotes, you can also write in a small, so the result will be the same. Put a comma, then the second criterion is position. Put a comma once again, and within the double quotes, this time you will write officer, not officer. Question says officers, but here you will have to write officer. The same spelling you will have to follow, which is mentioned in the database. If you make a mistake in the spelling, where most of the people make a mistake, so I am cautioning you that be careful while writing the spelling. So press enter key at the end and you will get the result. Alright, so that's all about sum if and count if and sum if and count if. You will have to try the questions here. So that's all in this exercise. Thank you very much. Happy learning.